Yo, it's aidetundyt here, and I have been playing like a crap ton of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I figured I would make my kinda sorta late review on it, so I guess let's go ahead and get into this video. Roll the intro. Alright, so, Tears of the Kingdom. It is a great game. I'm just going to start off with that. I am loving it so far. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm about 20-25 hours in as of me recording this video, and I'm having so much fun with it. If you haven't picked it up yet, what are you doing? If you liked Breath of the Wild, which I know some people, like a lot of the hardcore Zelda fans, don't like Breath of the Wild, and it's completely understandable. It's not a conventional Zelda game. But if you had fun with Breath of the Wild, you should definitely pick this game up. It is just more of the in my opinion, it is, I think it's better than Breath of the Wild. I think it does what Breath of the Wild did great, and it just evolves on it, I think. And just as a heads up, spoilers for this video for like some of the stuff that's in this game and all that. But I think this game does an incredible job of just evolving what Breath of the Wild did. Breath of the Wild was a game about, you know, discovering solutions, like discovering your own solutions to puzzles, figuring out things your own way. And I think Tears of the Kingdom really evolves on that concept. Being able to create your own machines and ways to solve puzzles and like fuse stuff together, make your own weapons and stuff like that. It really it puts so much more creativity, and like it really makes you think, is that the only way I can solve this puzzle? And I know it may feel like you're breaking the game by solving it the way it doesn't want to, but I really do feel like this game pushes for you to solve things how you don't want to. I don't think the game really wants you to solve it how you're supposed to. I think it just like tells you, hey, you can do it this way if you want to, but I think this game really does a good job of telling you, hey, solve this your own damn way. And I love it. I love it for that. There have been so many shrines that I've gone to, and I'm like, you know what, let me just take these objects, fuse them together, and make my own path. And it's amazing. I love it. Now, I know a lot of like the people who played Breath of the Wild, and I've talked to them about this, like, well, why would I pick this up if I already have Breath of the Wild? Isn't it just more Breath of the Wild? It uses the same map and all that. But I think the thing I have to say to that is, yes, it is more Breath of the Wild, but like I said before, it is just so much better. And if you liked Breath of the Wild, why wouldn't you want more of it? And as for the story so far, I do really like the concept of, again, spoilers, the gloom taking over, taking away your health and your stamina, and it kind of, I don't know, for me it makes it feel a little bit more satisfying because the gloom slowly disappears off, like, goes away from your body every time you get a heart or a stamina piece back, and it's kind of satisfying to me that way. The way the sky world works, and every time you unlock a tower, it shoots you up in the air, you scan the map, and then you unlock that map. But then you could explore all these floating islands and shrines that are on top of them, all this super cool stuff. I love it. I love it. Now, as for the whole like, oh, this is a lazy game because it's reusing the same map, I've heard a lot of people say that, at least to me. And honestly, well, yes, obviously it's reusing a lot of the same assets and engine and all that. That's kind of like the very smart way to make a sequel. But weirdly enough, maybe it's just because I haven't played Breath of the Wild since it first came out. And like maybe it's just because like the last time I played and finished Breath of the Wild was like 3 years ago, so maybe I'm not as familiar with Hyrule anymore. But oddly enough, even though it is like roughly the same map, everything still feels new in this. Like everything's changed just enough to where I'm like, wait, this feels different, you know? Like the Zora, I'm only at the Zora and the Goron cities right now, but those kind of feel roughly the same. But like a lot of the outside areas, it's like there's different stuff here and different stuff there, and I don't know, it oddly enough doesn't feel like the same map to me. But maybe it's just me, and maybe it's because I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while. I don't really know. But it feels fresh, and I think one thing, if you are considering picking this up, one thing I would recommend not doing is replaying Breath of the Wild before it. I know a lot of people want to do that to get caught up, or you know, caught up on the story again, and remember it and stuff like that. I would recommend just watching a tutorial or like watching a summary, because honestly I think the thing that really helps with this game is the long gap between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because if you go from Breath of the Wild straight to Tears of the Kingdom, the world isn't going to feel as new, and I feel like that's a big issue. And I feel like that's why I'm also enjoying it so much, because it's been so long since I've been in the Breath of the Wild world that it's making this feel so fresh and so new, and I'm loving it. If you are thinking about picking Tears of the Kingdom up, definitely do it. I know it's a pretty expensive game, $70, so I understand why people would want to wait for a sale, or just wait it out to maybe it gets to 60 or something like that. But this is definitely worth the 70 in my opinion. I've gotten $70 worth of time out of it. I've gotten like way more than the $70 worth of time out of it. I'm loving it so far. I think it is a great, fantastic game. I honestly think it's better than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is still a fantastic game. It is still one of the Switch's best games. To a lot of people, it is the best Switch game. But honestly, I think this one just barely beats it, just because of like what it evolves on. Anyway, that's gonna go and do it. Like I said, this was a shorter video. I just wanted to get something out. I really do apologize for the lack of uploads and me just kind of uploading YouTube Shorts. I was out with COVID for about 2 weeks because, of course, I get COVID 3 years after it happened, like, because that's my luck. So I was out with COVID and it made it really difficult to shoot videos, and Shorts were just nice and easy. I didn't have to sing my voice because my voice was super nasally and congested, and I was also just feeling like crap. So Shorts were kind of just easy for me to record and put out there to keep my channel going. So I apologize for the lack of actual videos like this one. I'm going to be getting back to that. I plan on pre-recording a bunch of videos because I'm going on vacation soon. So I'm going to have a bunch of stuff scheduled to upload. So look out for those. And yeah, if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I do a lot of gaming content, both new and, as you can see in my background over there, old. So whichever console you like, I'm probably covering on this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.